There's actually no reason not to have a sharp knife. You can see all the way down here there's chips and flat spots on the edge, so that means this knife is not sharp at all, even though you can see the nice clean edge here. You can also check it if you lay the knife on your nail. If it slides off, it's not sharp. See, the Olo here, it just sticks, and it also has reflections from the edge. And if you turn it, see, no chips or nothing, there's only reflections from the edge. So basically this is like looking from the top of the blade. With an edge that's clean, you have the edge here and it goes all the way out to the outer edge. On the knife I just showed you, the Olo, that had a clean edge. It means the edge out here was intact and there's no chips in it. And the other edge from the Night Hunter, it was chipped and kind of rounded in the end. There's so many options on knife sharpened designs, like a Waterstone that's coarse on one side and fine on the other side. There's natural Arkansas stones, I think they're called. This here it has both a coarse, a medium and a fine side. There's small natural stones that you can bring with you to keep the edge keen, if not really damaged. There's like these sets where you have a clip to put on your knife, so you have a guiding rod that controls the angle at all the time. That's also a really good option. You have this hole that you put like on a cylinder. You can slide along the knife. There's also a lot of different machines you can choose from. Some people think that, you know, sharpening freehand, that's the only way to sharpen a knife. Then you have to practice, and once you get good at it, you know, it's a really good method, but it takes a lot of practice. So if you are new to it, I would recommend finding something that, you know, controls the angle, if you're not into using a lot of hours learning how to sharpen. But everything goes as long as you get a sharp knife. Arkansas stones, or, you know, natural stones like this requires oil. Normal whetstones, they of course require water. What you want to do first is find the angle on you know, which angle you want to sharpen it. I recommend that, you know, a knife for heavy work is like 25 degrees angle, and a knife for, you know, finer work is like 20 degrees. Between that, you know, you have a durable, nice edge that's also sharp. Kitchen knives, for example, the angle is less steep, so they really cut, but they don't last that long if you use them for other than tomatoes and beef and stuff like that. So if you have a knife you're, you know, breaking open an animal with or using in the woods, you want a durable angle for your edge. But I have a couple of tricks. The tricky part can of course be, you know, to keep the same angle as you go. But if you take a magic marker and you mark on both sides, then you can see where you sharpen. See here, a little oil on it. And you want to start with a coarse stone if it has a lot of chips and, you know, the edge is really broken down. Otherwise you can start with a finer stone and go from there. Lay the knife down and, you know, turn it up until you find the edge that you had. Looks good. I kind of like drag the knife over, I cut the stone. There's also people who run in circles. You can do that also. Try to use all of your stone so it doesn't get worn down in the middle and it kind of like swoops down. You can also hear the sound. It's different when you actually hit the right angle. Stop up once in a while, look in the light to see if the edge is actually starting to become like you want it. Going on one side until you can feel a burr. The edge, if you go on one side, will kind of lean over and you could feel that burr there, and then turn it around, do it on the other side. And what you want to do is you want to control or count the strokes on each side so the angle or the edge doesn't get twisted to one side. You want a edge that's straight, centered for the blade. But we'll go over the stone here. When you're done, you go to the finest side and start polishing the blade. And see here, it sticks again, so it means that it's much better than before. Gonna give it a bit of oil, and as I said, if your knife isn't truly dull, a couple of strokes on the fine here, that's enough to get the edge really going again and to keep your knife sharp. So a small stone for your pocket or your backpack, that can work wonders when you're out in the woods. If you have an old belt or something, glue it to a piece of stick. It's important that that it doesn't bend, because then you will, you'll make the edge convex. So put it down and drag it. This doesn't, grind the edge. It just, makes it sharp again. So if the edge is dulled down and rounded, this won't do anything. But if you have a nice clean edge, this can really work wonders. And this is where you can feel it really sits in the nail again. Yeah, it also shaves hairs. So this is sharp again. It's not perfect, but it's really durable. And it's not perfect, but you can work with this again. And it's not... That's one way to go with the standard stone. As I said, keep a stone like this with you, so you can at all times give a couple of strokes when you're out if necessary.